Hello everybody, Wilson here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And before jumping into the charts, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends and subscribe as well. Your support is very important and let's do it. So, first things first, let's start with the bigger picture of things. And all these lines here, some people were asking, they are the perpetual chart that I mentioned before. And just for you guys to have an idea, also there is another thing here. Let me show you about the triggers for later bullish continuation. Yes, just a second, it's going to be fast. Can you guys see the little tail or trigger here? So actually the proper level is not exactly here, but this is for you guys to understand how accurate this is, how does it work. Okay, I can add multiple lines on the top, on the middle, um, on the bottom. I don't do it because it's going to end up with a lot of lines and I don't use it, okay, because by with my own eyes I can do it. Okay, I can check it, all the levels and etc. I'm just familiar with this method for some time. So let's go first things first. Let's take a look on volume. So this is for Bitstamp, okay, not one of the leading ones in volume for Ethereum. I believe Binance has a much I mean a bigger volume if we check here on the last month. And let's also take a look for OBV. So this is one of the reasons I chose to use Bitstamp, okay, because some data is more accurate than Binance, okay, so it's like a mix, 50% from one, 50% from the other. And as you guys can see here, I mentioned this before, this is all the way bullish, all the way. As you guys can see, this is a big bullish divergence, okay, all the way bullish. It's just a matter of time, not about when. And so let's start. Our last candle here, we had a big bear trap here in the last month. Power candle for the bulls, amazing, all the way bullish. And now we have two levels to look at. Let's take a look on the weekly, it will be clear. Yes, so right now we are very close. Let me show you with a different perspective so you guys can follow me here. Just a moment, please. So can you guys see how close we are to 100% retrace? We are way above the 80% level, which is all the way bullish. And once we make it here to 100, just a moment. Okay, so once we are able to make a move to, let me check here, 289.42 and 03, that's our 100% retrace all the way bullish. And then right after, the bears, they won't be able to stop here. No matter what they do, they are going to move to the next one, which is around this range. And the level they are going to use to short or try to stop the bulls is going to be, so the first one, it's the line that they are going to use. So this is just another way to look at how they are going to do it. Okay, that's their approach for support and resistance trade. As you guys can see, this is going to be the range. which should be around between let me see, 380 and 358. Okay, and this range, if you guys are familiar with my method, you guys are aware this is going to be a range for bear traps. Yes, bear traps, because the bulls, they already know they are there and waiting for the bulls, but they are going to be stomped again. And there is another thing here that I want to show you. That's my script for TradingView. Great stuff. And so as you guys can see, our range is right here. 377, a little above, a little down. That's the range the bulls are aiming at right now. Actually, just a little below, which is 36 and 2, and then 377 a little bit above, because some bears, the old ones, they like to wait for a move up inside their territory so they can place their shorts. It's a risk move, but yeah, they know what they are doing. And yeah, so let's keep going. So the first level that we have to take out, 284, 289, sorry, and then the second one around 377, and then we will have all the way up clear, which should be something like this. Just a second. Yes, all this range. Let me clear this guy here. So all this range right here is going to be clear. Okay, so it's from 377 and around $800. Okay, because again, let me show you. If you take a print, we can check this later as well, but second, let's draw here and here as well. Just a moment. Hold your hats, cool your jets. We are almost there. Yeah. So folks, this is our pit stop. Okay, favors the ones in control, and the ones in control are the bulls. The dotted line. Okay, let's go for the straight line. So as you guys can see, bears will be waiting for us here. 87, 780, close to this range, and again also at this level right here, which is $480. And the question here, folks, is this: all these ranges are very significant because they are like joint points. Okay, that's when the average price collides, or it's like, imagine moving average. When the moving average close to the price, it's like Bollinger Bands. Okay, some people are familiar. They like to use Bollinger Bands and moving average. I really don't use anything, but it's like it's a contraction before expansion. But there are ways to look at it. There's even ways to find the numbers, just like we are doing here. And well, very fantastic stuff. And yeah, so let's take a closer look here. Oh, there's another info here, just a second. As you guys can see, we planted another bear trap right here. We talked a lot about this scenario for the bullish continuation, especially on the Champions Club. Remember, we have private updates there as well. And so you guys can see the hammer just above 233. This was very significant move, and was also another bear trap. Okay, now let's take a closer look. Let's go for the 3 days. So now all that clear, let's take a look for 1 day. Yes, here's much better. Yes, So this scenario, folks, was the one we were talking about a lot in the Champions Club. This was non-symmetrical, non-clear, with leaving some people behind, bullish continuation, but we only had the clarity about this scenario when the dollar gone down. That's when the moment that we had that, you know, the feeling, okay, this is it, that's what we were waiting for. And so this scenario here played as consolidation before continuation. And another way to look at it, if I'm not wrong, we talked about this scenario in my previous video. If we look here, we topped and then bear break, okay? Few time trading on this range, same here. Actually, back in the day here, we traded a lot. We made like 6 trades inside of this range, and we lost only one, which was the last one. But yeah, and so, oops, just a second. Yeah. So this was tight and tight, and this last one, as you guys can see, was overextended already. And another thing that we were looking for was a close above this level, which would give us more information and technical evidence for the interest for the bulls keep going. Yeah, and now let's take a look on the 4 hours. Yeah, so we placed our longs right here, and yeah, so our longs is still up. Fantastic move from Ethereum. We were talking about how bullish Ethereum was for a long time. And let me see if it was at night, I don't remember. This guy right here, yes, was last night. We had this small rejection. Right after we traded inside of the rejection, we end up rejected inside of the previous rejection, inside bar trade, in other words, end up with a shooting star for our chart, bearish, red flag. The bears, the young bears, the couples, they tried to short and to sell, believing that we were going down for our higher low, and then they end up trapped because we had another perpetual setup here for the 4 hour chart, and we have exactly 26192, which is right here. Yeah, so this was the reason that I called for this bear trap 15 hours in advance, if I'm not wrong, 14, if I'm not wrong. We were expecting for this move, people taking profits, especially because we are close to the previous high. Sell attempt, but the thing is, these guys, they had no idea that they were shorting and selling at support levels, okay? These levels, only a few people there are aware of them, okay? So, yeah, very significant stuff. And right now, we made a big run up. Let's see how much rejection we had here. Rejection is not good business, but yep, let's see how this is going to play out. Let's take a look. So far we are close to the 50% rejection. It's not the best scenario, but yeah, let's see how this is going to play out. See you soon for any bearish activity, for any bear call, in my humble opinion. And let's take a look on volume as well. Yeah, so the volume here, folks. Let me see. This the big one here. If we look on the 2 hour chart, we will see 2 big bars. Okay, so they made it 2 straight They bought for like 4 hours not a single move, not a single buy, and then they let it go just for a while. Consolidation. Let the things cool off just a little bit before jumping in again. And then we had the two big ones again. But there's interesting here because for Bitstamp we have some kind of limitation here. And I have to do my research to understand why this is happening on Bitstamp. Okay. So yeah, Ethereum is doing great. It's fantastic to see. Especially see crypto, especially the big ones moving with strength and power again. And yeah, for now, let's hope that this candle don't end up with all this rejection, and let's keep tracking Ethereum. Yeah. So guys, thanks for your time, for your patience. I hope this analysis help you improve the way you read, the way you trade, or you do your stuff. And don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe as well. I will see you guys soon. See ya.